Hello, this is the Americano, aka Tim, and I'm just making a short video to talk about the immigration saga of my wife, the Manobo Jade. Um, it's a long saga that I thought I'd share. I haven't said anything publicly about it since we filed because, well, we didn't want to say anything until it was a done deal. Just a few families and friends knew, so I thought I'd make this for we do have some followers and also have some people that I don't see anymore very much, but they are interested in what goes on with us. So I thought I'd put this out there so they know. Well, our saga began in 2018 when we met online through Facebook and kind of accidentally. But anyway, we started talking, and I decided to go visit her in the Philippines that Christmas 2018, New Year's 2019. Um, it was a good match for me and for both of us. And trust me, guys, uh, you meet somebody. Doesn't matter who she is, whether she's from the Philippines or anywhere else, or even here at home. Vet them very, very carefully. Make sure they're the right person for you. Look out for the red flags. There's plenty of vlogs on this subject. But anyway, I've vetted her carefully, and she checked me out too. So we got married in June of 2019. And then in February 2020, we talked about it, and I filed the immigration petition with Citizenship and Immigration Services, USIS, in that February. Of course, this was the beginning, the kicking off of the COVID hysteria. And so everything was slowed down, shut down. It took us, let's see, from that February through almost 2 years for USIS to approve our petition. And then got it back as approved, and I was waiting for the welcome letter for the National Visa Center because that's where it's supposed to go, and never heard anything from them. So I checked and tried to get answers. I couldn't get anything, so finally I hired an attorney to help. She tried to get some straight answers, and she was frustrated. She said everybody points fingers at each other about what happened to our file. Turns out it wasn't sent to the National Visa Center. It got sent somewhere in the USIS system because someone did not read my application where it said that she would interview in Manila and not in the United States. She's not in the United States. She couldn't get in the United States, but it was, who knows where it was. So she advised the best thing for us to do would be to refile, petition, start over. So we did. And our lawyer was so frustrated by this point with the system, she took it personally and she paid our filing fee for us, which is extremely kind of her. And so we sent it off, and it was accepted. And then in 2022, yes, 2022, 2020, 2023, we got it back. It was approved. It was sent to National Visa Center around November, and I had to file more papers. Every step of the way, you got to file a ton of papers. You have to pay fees, hundreds of dollars in fees for different things. And so, and that and the trips to the Philippines to be with my wife, it added up pretty quickly. Uh, so anyway, we got it back and went to National Visa Center. Last November, I got everything in, and then this past August, 2024, got notification that they had expedited our case to the U.S. Embassy in Manila, and there was more things to do once we got there. She had to have a physical, which everyone immigrating has to have a physical. They charge several $100s for that. Um, she passed her physical just fine. Had to set up an appointment with the embassy for her. She had her interview scheduled, and she went to her interview all out this past October 29th, and she passed the interview, but they rejected her for a visa because she did not have my late wife's official death certificate for some reason. Why they would expect her to have that, I don't know. But the officer told her, get it in as soon as you can. So we get your visa issued before your medical exam time's out and you have to do it again. So November 9th, I flew to Manila, and I flew her up to Manila as well. We met. I got there on the 11th. On the 12th, we went to the visa application center in Manila, turned in her paper, the 221G, which stated that she had not passed the visa, and told her what she had to turn in. You get a form like that, what she had to do, and all she had to do was turn in the death certificate. So we turned that in along with the form 221G and her passport, and then I hung around till the 22nd. We just spent some time together. In the meantime, I sent one inquiry about 5 or 6 days after we had turned it in, to say, okay, how's this thing going? And I heard nothing back. Maybe it might have been a week later. But anyway, I left on the 22nd, sent her back home, and I came back to the U.S. And on the way back, I had to stop in Taipei to change planes to come to Houston. And when I got in the terminal there and got to their good Wi-Fi, I got an email saying that her visa had been issued and that she was good to go. And there is one more step she'll have to go through. This is for the Philippine government before she'll be allowed to leave the country. And I'm not going to talk about that. But it's required of every Filipino or Filipina who is immigrating from the Philippines to be with a foreign spouse. So, and that's an easy peasy thing to do. So she's should have her passport back by this Friday, and I may. Well, she wanted me to come see her, come get her before Christmas, but I just got back and I'm whipped. So I told her, I said, probably end of December, beginning of January, we'll have your last thing you got to do, and then I'll get you and bring you home. So I'm preparing the house. I've been doing cleaning and things like that to get prepared for ordering some stuff that she likes, Philippine stuff, which I won't talk about because I don't want her to know about it. Be a surprise, a secret. Hello, cat. And this is her. This is her cat. So that's all I wanted to share about this. It's a long story. If you're bringing somebody to the U.S., be prepared. And some people just goes through like that. Other people have problems. Things happen. That's life. You just got to roll with it. And we thank God for it. This is always bathed in prayer, not just for me and her, but from many of my friends in my church. Uh, Even with the problems, things still worked out in the end, and that's life. Life is not an easy thing. There's ups and downs. There's great joys, great tragedies, uh, frustrations, and you just have to trust in the Lord to get that things will get done in His time. And this was a good time. I left my teaching job at the end of May after 29 years in the classroom. So, and I'm working teaching online now, which is very flexible. I have the time to deal with this without taking time off from a job, worrying about this and that. So it's kind of propitious that this has happened the way it has happened. So you got to look at the big picture, guys, and don't give up. Don't let the frustrations get you down. It can, and it will, but just look up. Trust in the Lord, always. Okay, that's all I wanted to share with this today. So thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.